How you doing, everybody up there? Today we got a 2003, I believe 2003 Mitsubishi Galant, and what we got here, it's we got fans continuous running on the vehicle. We we previously we find out there was a fan and fan motor. It's been replaced. So this one, it was the fan which we replaced it because it's burned, it's bad, and also this one right here, the other one was bad too. So that was the first thing. There was no fans coming on, so we replaced. We ran into junkyard and bought both of them. Now we find out that they work in property, but the problem is, and it's as soon as the ignition switch is on, the fans start running. So I believe this is the problem. That's why it's burning the motor, because the fans never turn off, always are on. So to find out the problem, we got here right here information about the wiring from ECM, and we gonna do a couple reviews on wiring and then see if everything is working fine, the ECM or fan module, or what was the problem, why it's keep on and all the time. So if you look at closer, we got 3 wires right here, which I can tell, like this one, the blue one, is the fan relay. The one in the middle, which is tiny one, blue, and I believe blue and orange, that's the control wire. That's the most important. Well, all 3 are important, but this one commands the fans on. And this one is the ground, which is G13. So you guys can see G13 negative, fan relay, and it's blue, thick blue, and the control wire, it's a tiny one with the orange strips. So we're gonna check it out, make sure it's getting power. So I know I got a bunch of things to hook it in here. Well, this battery is bad, it's kind of low, so I'm running power from my vehicle up here, and the other one, it's for source power to make a couple tests. So this, just hook it in there. This one, that's what we need. So anyways, this is positive right here, positive. Then we're gonna check it out if it's good ground, G13. Like I said, what we're gonna do is just touch it in here, and then looks like we're good. So this is good ground. So now we're gonna jump into negative right here, and we're just gonna make sure it's working. There you go. So now I'm gonna test the fan relay, which is blue. So that's why I changed my probe on negative. So I'm gonna turn the ignition on, and then we're gonna check it out. There you go. It should be light up the blue wire. Here you go. That's the fan relay. So it looks like we got good condition on the ground and relay. Now that's the hard part. This one right here commands signal with ground condition. That's from the computer, like right here. That's from the computer, straight out. But if you look closer, it says transistor on. It should be 0 volts and then the fan's off. So transistor off is equal to 5 volts and then fan is on. So we got this case. We don't know so far, but we got this case because my fans are on and all the time. So my transistor is off, or something is going on the wire, on this wire, you know, because there is no communication through the module. So that's what we're gonna find out. I got my scan tool and I'm gonna send command to turn on and off and see if this one commands. Right now we got ignition on, and then if I go, because this is negative, because it's ground, we have to jump back here, then make sure it's working. Okay, now with the engine off, ignition on, we have to check it out here. This one, as soon as I touch here, it should be command because it's grounding at the moment. And then, nope. So that means the fans are on because there's no command, there's no grounding, right? So I said this right here, transistor is off, or something is going on the control wire, and then that's why the fans coming on. Soon as the transistor go on, it should be the fans has to go off, right? All right, we're gonna check it out. All that information. What we're gonna do, we're gonna check it out, continuity, because we know the fans are working, the module is working. So we're gonna make sure the continuity from this wire through the computer. And we have to find continuity. If it's not continuity, we have to find out, probably if the wire is bad somewhere, it's a short, or who knows, okay? We're gonna do this test. Okay, guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna set up our tool to check it out, the continuity. So one wire, it'll go right here, right? There we go. It's kind of long wire, that's why I try to connect it. Now, I find out inside here, I find out the wire, it's going towards the computer. It's kind of hard to see, but the wire, it's blue with orange small strips. Okay, if you guys look at closer, oops, it comes up. All right, sorry about that. If you guys look closer, I already got my buck probe in here. And it's I find out on that wire, I barely see it from here. So we're gonna check it out, make sure we got continuity from this back to the front connection. So we see we have to make sure we got continuity. Okay, so I got this one, and that means we got continuity. So this wire from here to under the dash by the pedals, we got good continuity. Now we have to check it out, continuity from under the dash to the other side by the computer. All right, guys. Well, we got this cord, this wire from under that plug out there, and it's still plugged in. I don't know if you guys see it, but it is connected. It's all the way. Then the other end of the wire, we got this. So we have to hear the same noise, same beeping. I'm sorry, same beeping from the computer. From the that means we got a continuity. I'm sorry. Well, after check it out the diagram and find out the wire, same color of the wire, and then there's on the first plug right there, the first plug. This is the wire. So I believe it's black. Let me see. I can't see it, but that's from the left to right. That's the first one. That's the one with the wire. That's the signal wire. Okay, so I already plug it in. Just attach it right after the plug. So we got a computer. That's the way how it has to be diagnostic and see if it's wire problems. So as soon as I plug it in, as soon as I attach with this one should be beeping. That means the continuity is still there. Here you go. Nothing. There's nothing. There is no continuity. So the deal in here, so far, it's a problem behind the dash. But I'm gonna perform all this information. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send an information signal from my light data scan tool. So that's the last step to do to verify what we got. So here I got my scan tool, and I already set up for radiator, fan, and low, and we're gonna test it. So to do that test, to perform that test, we have to plug it in another stuff. Hold on. Okay, guys, like I said in the video, like I said before in the video, what I did is, because it's too long wire, I ran this jumping cable positive all the way. I don't need the negative, just the positive all the way. So that way I got power right here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna send signal from the scan tool to see if the computer work, and then it's able to send information. Okay, so we're gonna do it's easy. Just, make sure we got power, and then we have to find out something to make sure we have power. Positive. I think you guys already see it. There it is. That means if I touch any ground, so that work. Okay, now we have to touch, because this is ground. This is the same wire, this wire is the same wire from the front, from the fan. This one should be has negative. Here you go, guys. It's grounding. So that means it's ground. So this is positive. This one is attached on the same wire which run all the way to the front. But this one is plugged in right here, right behind the by the computer, right here. It's hard to see it, but that's a blue. I think it's a blue with orange strips. So anyways, we got ground. The computer, it's sending ground because my ignition is on. If you guys look at it, ignition on, and that's sending negative. Okay, now we got right here our scan tool. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna perform my test, and I'm gonna go test. And this light right here, when I send this information, this light should be turned off. That means transistor start, the fans on and off. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is press right here. Okay, let me show you here. Okay, there you go. It says now in test. This one, it's off, and now it came back because finish. It says finish. So I can do it again. Press here, and it go off. Then come back. There you go. So this told me it's something going on the wire behind here. Now we're gonna do another test. I'm gonna jump a wire from here through the other side to the plug the other side to make sure the power is going on all the way. So that's that tells me right away. Then we have a shorty condition under here somewhere. That's the thing we gotta do. We gotta send a wire around. All right, back to the same place. Now, like I said, I know it's a bunch of stuff in here. I'm trying to remove so you guys, don't get so confused. Okay, this is the same wire where it's being connected from the computer. Okay, from just outside the plug. So what we're gonna do, run this wire right here all the way through the through here to the plug. Okay. Like I said, it's connected right up there. It's right up there. Okay. So we kind of ignoring the wire behind the dash. Okay. Now we're gonna perform the test from same thing. Now we know the old wires are fine in there. So what we're gonna do, we got positive and negative. So if we touch here, we know it's lighting. So this one should be light out. And there is. Now it's kind of hard to maintain, but there you go. It's light out. So that means it's ground. That means the transistor is off, right? There should be 5-volt supply, fans on. So this wire has connection all the way from the computer. Okay? Because if the transistor is off, it's applying ground. Take off ground, make fans off. Okay? So now it's grounded. The computer is grounding. Okay. Here we got the same thing. The computer, and it's off right now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna press test, and then this light should be off for maybe 5 seconds. I don't know how long exactly, but the computer has timer. The scan tool. I'm sorry, the scan tool. So I'm gonna press here, and guess what? Here we go. Okay, it's off. So one more time, it goes off, and then it'll come back. Okay. So to make sure everything is fine, we're gonna warm up the engine and make sure. So let's start for the beginning. The soon as the car open the switch, ignition on, just the ignition on, the fans coming on right away, and they never ever stops, keeps going and to burn the motor, that causing damage the motor. So it's not working properly. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna plug it in and run the vehicle, run the engine into warm up, and then see the fans came in on and off. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I have to recharge a little bit my battery because it's this one is providing power. So I think it'll start. So also the bell's squeaking so bad. We want to wait until the cars warm up. As far as I see, there's no fans coming on, and the plug is already in there. Okay, at this moment we still got ground information for sure, so we're gonna wait until the engine is warm up. All right, we'll still warm up the engine. You can see there's no fans on, which is a good sign. No fans on. And then we got the scan tool. We don't have to do it with the engine on, so it's just plug it in, and then we're waiting. Here's the wire, still there in the same spot. Right there, hard to see it. I just use a needle to make contact to them, so I didn't cut any wires or anything. I don't like do that. I didn't do this. I just make sure, and then same to this side. I just make a bridge, ignoring the wire behind this one, and then like you guys see, it's already warm up, and its RPMs higher because I'm trying to warm up quickly. We wait until the fans came on. They should be came on sooner.